Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're excited to take you on a journey to explore the Day of the Dead, or El Día de Muertos. Last year, we were fortunate to experience the Day of the Dead celebrations in Cancun and the Festival of Life and Death at Xcaret Park, and we're excited to share our discoveries about this beautiful experience with you in this video. But before we dive in, hit subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Share it with friends and drop a comment below. We'd love your feedback. Now, let's get started. Every year, from late October to early November, Mexico celebrates El Día de Muertos, the Day of the Dead. This vibrant and deeply meaningful holiday is filled with traditions like building beautiful altars for the deceased, visiting cemeteries, and sharing food and memories of loved ones. Unlike Halloween, with its focus on spooky fun, Day of the Dead in Mexico is a time for heartfelt connection with ancestors. It's a celebration of life and memory, where families welcome back the spirits of loved ones who have passed by building colorful ofrendas, or altars to the dead.
What we create here are altars with offerings. And, as you can see, here in Mexico, the Day of the Dead is a celebration for us because we welcome back our departed loved ones. And we usually place on the altar the things they enjoyed in life, along with their photos, and we pray for them in a solemn ceremony. At the same time, there is also a festive side. This is a joyful celebration. If you look around at the decorations, you'll notice offerings of things like fruit and food, all meant for our dearly departed. In essence, that is what this tradition is about. And for us Mexicans, the entire country comes together to honor and celebrate our dead.
It is believed that the spirits can sense these gestures of love and respect and come for a visit or send blessings in return. During Day of the Dead, death is not an ending, but a doorway, a reminder that those we've lost are never truly gone as long as we hold them in our hearts. Day of the Dead in Mexico is deeply rooted in pre-Hispanic traditions, particularly those of the Aztec, Maya, and other indigenous cultures, where death was viewed as a natural part of life. Here on the Yucatan Peninsula, the heart of the Maya civilization, the celebration embraces unique Mayan traditions that are less commonly found in other parts of Mexico. Today, we are here to explain an altar from Izamal, Yucatan. The roots of Hanal Pixan trace back to the ancient beliefs of the Maya. The Maya believed that the souls of the deceased traveled to a place called Xibalba, where they were judged by the gods. If the soul was deemed worthy, it was allowed to return to the land of the living to visit its loved ones. Hidden away in the cornfields, in the pitch-dark depths of the caves, and even within Christian churches, these beliefs never truly vanished. On the contrary, they mixed with Christian ones. Hanal Pixan, or Food for the Souls, is a Mayan tradition carried on to honor and remember our friends, family, and loved ones who have embarked on the eternal journey. The idea that a person truly lives on in memory is a powerful sentiment at the heart of Day of the Dead. It reflects the belief that remembering loved ones keeps their spirits alive. This beautiful concept is woven into the traditions of the holiday, making it both culturally rich and deeply meaningful.
I believe the Day of the Dead is important to us here in Mexico because it is a tradition that has been passed down from generation to generation. Our traditional celebrations begin on October 31st and continue through November 2nd. For the Maya, the Day of the Dead is when the Pixanis, the souls of our ancestors, come to visit us. They are honored by placing an altar with the foods they love, such as pibis or tamales, soups, and others. In Mexico, particularly on the Yucatan Peninsula, the Day of the Dead is an important occasion as we venerate and remember our dearly departed with the same love we had for them in life.
It's interesting to note that although October 31st coincides with Halloween, it doesn't traditionally play a significant role in Day of the Dead. However, some families may use this time to prepare their homes and altars, setting the stage for the meaningful days to come. The heart of the Day of the Dead celebration falls on November 1st and 2nd, with each day having its own unique focus. November 1st, known as All Saints' Day, Day of the Innocents, or Day of the Little Angels, welcomes the spirits of deceased children. Families adorn their ofrendas with offerings of food, candies, and toys, creating a joyous space for their little angels to visit.
Hello, good evening. Here we represent the state of Yucatan and the altar dedicated to children, to the little souls. In Mayan language, it is called Hanal Pixan, or Hanal Palal. Palal in Maya means children. We try to make it very colorful, because children love bright colors, and the colors bring joy for the little souls.
November 2nd, known as All Souls' Day, or Day of the Dead, honors the souls of departed adults. Families welcome them with ofrendas laden with favorite foods and drinks, illuminated by candles and adorned with fragrant marigolds. It is believed that the spirits partake of the essence of these offerings, the aromas, warmth, and love, deriving spiritual nourishment from this feast of remembrance. Building an ofrenda, or altar to the dead, is a deeply meaningful tradition at the heart of Day of the Dead festivities in Mexico.
Hello, welcome to the Municipal Department of Tourism. An ofrenda is a collection of items that the deceased used to love and eat. It is believed that on the Day of the Dead, spirits return from the afterlife to visit their loved ones and enjoy these offerings. That's why ofrendas often include tequila, coffee, candies, and other beloved treats of the departed. Over time, placing small sugar skulls on the altar has become a tradition. While they are made of candy, the primary offerings to the deceased typically consist of their favorite drinks, like coffee or atole, and their favorite foods such as bread, tamales, and others. And this altar is a small representation of a typical Mexican ofrenda.
This careful preparation reflects the belief that honoring the spirits in this way brings protection, good fortune, and wisdom to the living. Beyond its spiritual significance, the act of assembling the ofrenda is a way to keep the family close, both in spirit and in practice. It is a time for shared memories, stories, and laughter as families work together to create a beautiful tribute to those they have lost. Though rooted in the same tradition, each altar tells its own story, shaped by the customs and memories of the family who created it.
Good afternoon. My name is Bruno. I come from the community of Buena Vista in the municipality of Bacalar. We are here to set up the altar, a tradition we carry on every year for the Day of the Dead. This is the offering we always prepare to honor and celebrate our departed loved ones who have passed before us. And here right now, we are preparing an altar. This is a Mayan altar, and we are following the tradition and setting it up just as our ancestors did, keeping that tradition alive. The altar includes food and chocolate, just as our ancestors used to prepare it. And what we do is we continue this tradition as they did, using natural materials such as clay, pots, and gourds. They never used plastic, as nothing like that existed back then, and that's why we honor their ways by using the same traditional utensils that our grandparents once used. And in those times they used sweets, but the natural ones found in the fields, such as sweet potatoes, papaya, jackfruits, everything that comes from the field. And they put honey on them to offer it as a treat to the dead. And other natural treats like bananas, sweet oranges, and the freshly made tortillas from the new corn harvest were also used as offerings to the departed. And of course, we include a photo of the deceased ones. This here is a picture of my father.
Apart from the offerings, the altar itself is rich with symbolic items, each chosen with care to honor the deceased. Candles illuminate the path for the spirits to find their way back to their loved ones, and the ofrenda. The flickering flame represents faith in the afterlife and hope for a safe journey for the spirits. Water is offered to quench the thirst of the souls after their long journey. It also represents purification and renewal. Flowers, particularly marigolds, are an integral part of every altar. They represent love, respect, and remembrance for those who have passed away.
It's Cempasuchil. It's the marigold flowers for our dearly departed.
The bright orange color and strong scent of marigolds are believed to guide the spirits of the deceased back to the world of the living and to their families' ofrendas. In Aztec mythology, marigolds were associated with the sun god Tonatiuh and were used in offerings to the dead. The burning of incense, particularly copal, is an ancient tradition rooted in rituals of veneration and protection. On the ofrenda, its aromatic smoke carries prayers and loving memories to the departed, creating a sacred connection between the living and the deceased.
Come and get some fresh, delicious Day of the Dead bread. It's only 150 pesos. Come and grab some today.
Bread of the Dead, or Pan de Muerto, is an integral element of Day of the Dead.
It is a bread that represents the deceased. If you look at it, it is round or slightly raised with small bone-shaped decorations in the center and 4 on the sides, symbolizing the bones of the departed. That's why it is called Bread of the Dead. It is usually made with butter and sugar, with orange zest added to the dough for a hint of orange flavor. This is the most common and traditional version, but across Mexico, different regions prepare it in their own way. Some sprinkle it with pink sugar, others use red decorations, and some even shape the bones differently. But everywhere, we celebrate this.
Salt, a symbol of purity, is included on the ofrenda to purify the space and prevent the corruption of the body, ensuring the spirits can safely return to the afterlife. Each element is carefully chosen to honor the dead and strengthen the bond between the living and the departed.
This you can see here is like a pyramid. So are different levels because it's the stand of the duality between life and death. And that's why we believe that it's constantly recycling, and so that's why they are coming to visit, and we will repeat that when we pass away.
One of the most iconic symbols of Day of the Dead is the Calavera, or skull. These skulls are often crafted from sugar or clay and can be decorative or edible.
And obviously, as you can see, there are symbols of the skull. That is ancestral. In this culture, as well as in the Aztec culture, skulls have always been present as a tribute to our deceased loved ones.
The use of skulls and skeletons in Mexican culture has deep roots, dating back to pre-Columbian times. Ancient civilizations often depicted them in stone carvings and sometimes even incorporated real human skulls in their rituals, believing that bones held life energy and power. With the arrival of the Spanish, the concept of memento mori, Latin for remember you must die, was introduced, adding another layer of meaning to the skull as a symbol of mortality. Today, calaveras for Day of the Dead are crafted from a variety of materials. Sugar skulls are often decorated with colorful icing and personalized with the name of a deceased loved one. While calaveras have deep roots in Day of the Dead traditions, the practice of painting one's face to resemble a skull is a more recent phenomenon, particularly popular in urban areas and often seen at parades and festivals. La Catrina, the elegantly dressed skeleton, is one of the most iconic symbols of the Day of the Dead. Her origins trace back to Mictacasihuatl, the Aztec goddess of death, but her modern image emerged in the early 20th century. At the time, European ideals were highly valued, and social inequality was growing. Artist José Guadalupe Posada used his work to critique these injustices, creating satirical prints of skeletons in fancy European clothing. His most famous creation, La Catrina, symbolized the idea that death spares no one, regardless of wealth or status. His art resonated with Mexico's deep-rooted tradition of honoring death, reminding people that life is short and should be lived genuinely.
And our great painter, Diego Rivera, created a beautiful painting called A Walk in the Alameda, where at the center he placed La Catrina. Now she is known as Garbancera, or Catrina. This is a powerful symbol because she represents death. And death is out for a walk, all elegant, in her big hat with feathers and things like that, and it is a very beautiful and very traditional element of our culture.
La Catrina has become a beloved symbol of Day of the Dead. Her story shows how art can shape culture, and she continues to inspire people today. Nowadays, the parade of people dressed as Catrinas is usually the culminating and much-awaited moment of the Day of the Dead celebration. Cancun embraces the traditions of Day of the Dead with unique and exciting festivities, blending ancient customs with modern celebrations.
Muy bien, estamos aquí en Cancún, la ciudad de Cancún, el Día de Muertos, celebrando el Día de Muertos.
This is a wonderful event for families, for people who came to visit us, and for tourists to learn about Mexican traditions. And we'll be celebrating here for 4 days.
The major hub for the festivities is Cancun's Puerto Juarez area, where the celebration takes on a Mayan flavor. Known as Hanal Pixan, meaning food for the souls in the Mayan language, this vibrant event takes place from October 31st to November 3rd.
Hello, how are you? Good afternoon. Welcome to Hanal Pixan, a wonderful Mexican tradition full of beauty and meaning. Now, take a look around. Everything has been beautifully prepared to honor this special celebration, so come for a visit and become a part of it.
During Hanal Pixan, a pedestrian zone in Puerto Juarez transforms into a vibrant hub of Day of the Dead festivities. The area is beautifully adorned with traditional decorations, bustling with activity, and filled with the sights and sounds of celebration.
It's our first time here, and it's very impressive. It's really cool. They haven't seen much yet, but it's really nice. We expect like the parade. I wanted to see the parade, and other than that, I have no expectations. I'm very surprised. We're from Germany, and we don't have that tradition there.
Aquí abajo, mira. Hola, dile.
The community's creativity and devotion are showcased through exhibitions of intricately crafted altars, while colorful parades and processions wind through the streets, transforming everyday individuals into living works of art. Even the youngest and furriest members of the community join in the festivities, with their cute little costumes bringing smiles to everyone's faces. The festive atmosphere is further enhanced by competitions for the best altars and costumes, along with inviting food stalls offering various delicacies, and the diverse displays of local artisans. The air is filled with music, laughter, and the aromas of traditional foods, creating a sense of unity and shared celebration.
I was expecting something between something emotional and a party, and I think so far this is what I'm getting here, because there's a lot of emotional things when you look at the flowers and everything they put there, but it's also like a party vibe, so I'm really happy so far. It's celebrating the death and the loved ones, by throwing a party and, yeah, I don't know, enjoying life, celebrating life, I would say, yeah, exactly.
This unique festivity draws people from all over the world, offering a unique opportunity to immerse themselves in the rich cultural traditions of Day of the Dead.
Well, with my wife, visiting her family, and yeah, checking out the festival for the first time. Beautiful so far, and yeah, just taking in the full experience. Well, my wife is saying wait for it to get dark out. It's going to be very beautiful and colorful at night, and yeah, I'm just excited to see what it all entails. So.
The most vibrant and highly anticipated part of the Day of the Dead celebration in Cancun comes to life in the evening with the arrival of the Parade of Catrinas. A true walking masterpiece, this parade showcases stunning, intricately designed costumes, some of which have been meticulously crafted for weeks. As it moves through the streets, it captivates onlookers with awe, fascination, and pure joy, bringing the spirit of the celebration to life in the most spectacular way. While Cancun offers a more authentic celebration of Day of the Dead, infused with Mayan traditions, Xcaret Park hosts a more touristy, but not less captivating festival of life and death that provides a unique and immersive experience.
This is my first time in Mexico, my first time at Xcaret. And I just know a little bit about the Dia de los Muertos. but I did not really understand the significance until I saw all of the festivities and the happenings today. But it's been very beautiful to see, very beautiful to participate in. I feel the energy, and it's very sacred and reverent, and I can appreciate that.
This annual festival brings Day of the Dead to life with all sorts of experiences, offering a blend of workshops, culinary delights, concerts, and theatrical performances. Visitors can witness different rituals, including traditional ceremonies, processions, learn about pre-Hispanic beliefs, and wander through the park's natural beauty adorned with vibrant Day of the Dead decorations.
I've waited this day for about 6 years because I've known about this event about 6 years now, and I couldn't come. So everything has been extraordinary. It's been an amazing event. I've loved it from beginning to the end.
Live music performances fill the air with traditional Mexican melodies and contemporary interpretations of Day of the Dead themes. Guests can also indulge in culinary delights and try all kinds of Day of the Dead treats, like pan de muerto and regional specialties. Basically, Xcaret Park during Day of the Dead is a total feast for the senses and a chance to connect with this amazing tradition. It's educational, entertaining, filled with music, dance, and all sorts of cultural performances, and just plain beautiful. You'll leave with a whole new appreciation for Day of the Dead, and probably a ton of awesome photos too.
Oh, this is fantastic. We came to Mexico specifically to experience Dia de los Muertos.
It's wonderful. Yeah. Very surprising, and the effort that's put into this is just amazing.
Yeah, the cemetery blew us away. Yeah. We understood how it was honored by the Mexican culture, but we didn't know in so many ways that it was actually commemorated, or how people would actually celebrate it on a daily basis when it was taking place.
And it's beautiful, and there's nothing like this in the United States. They don't do anything special, and this is really, really nice.
If you are in Cancun and the Riviera Maya during this period and have enough free time, you should definitely check out both events. As you explore, you'll have the chance to see real ofrendas up close, a touching experience that captures the spirit of this celebration more powerfully than any photo.
My first time in Mexico and first time celebrating the Day of the Dead. It's amazing, I love it. The spirit here is really great, everyone is smiling, and you get to paint your face. I only had seen the movie Coco.
Yeah.
Then my partner here, Daniela, kind of explained everything to me. So.
Yeah, I'm from Mexico, so I brought him from US because we live in US, so we could experience together the Day of the Dead.
Beyond observing, you can savor the taste of freshly baked pan de muerto and breathe in the aromas of the altars, immersing yourself fully in the atmosphere of the Day of the Dead, which, as we have learned, is not just a celebration of memory. It's a powerful reminder of how life and death intertwine, showing us that those we've lost are never truly gone as long as we keep their memories alive. It is a time to share stories, laughter, and tears, honoring the unbreakable bonds that keep our loved ones close in spirit. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep creating amazing content.